Hello, I'm Brooke Piper.
And I'm Dwayne Bowes. We're here today from Callies Performance Products to explain a few of the advantages of our crankshafts.
We're going to start with our small block XL line. With the XL, you can see that all the counterweights are fully lightened. With our XL crankshaft, any stroke is available, any main size, any rod width is available. As a standard, they do come with a star flange. The 4-bolt flange is available, and what we call a sprint car flange, where the mains are hollowed out from the back end. Typical weight on a small block XL varies from basically right around 35 pounds all the way up to 48 pounds depending on your stroke and rod journal. Basically, there's no loss of strength on how we lighten these, so whatever you want to put this application of crankshaft in, you're okay. It does include a no-hole balance, so we do recommend you provide us with a bob weight or somewhat close of an idea of a bob weight so the counterweights are close to your specifications. Then we go to our small block Magnum lineup. Our small block Magnum, all the crankshafts come with our deep hole drilling. Deep hole drilling, as you can see by this cutaway, is the threads are back in the #1 main saddle, so all your load and all your clamping is supported by the beef of the #1 main. We also, on all our crankshafts, do our angle lightning hole. By the fact that we can come down this way, we can take more weight instead of coming straight across the lightning hole. Weight ranges in the small block Chevy Magnum vary once again upon stroke, main size, rod journal size. Typical weights are anywhere from 39 to 48 pounds. Our small block Magnum does not have center counterweights, but they do require a chamfered bearing or a race bearing. They also are available with a big block Chevy post.
The big block post on the small block is something that we recommend for longer stroke engines running higher compression ratios. It makes the front of that crank almost bulletproof, eliminating the problems that the small block Chevy has seen over the years with post failures. From there we move along to our big block Chevy crankshaft, which we don't have with us today, but we have one of the best big block crankshafts on the market. The advantages in our mind of what we've got going with that is it is a center counterweighted big block crankshaft. With the center counterweights, we've machined it and still are able to maintain a weight range of 75 to 65 pounds. Our big block Magnum crankshafts have gun drilled main bearings. The counterweights feature dual arc leading edges for improved windage and consistency and weight location with regards to balance. All of our big block Chevy crankshafts are machined with dual 1/4-inch post keyways that will enable you or a subsequent user to install a supercharger or any sort of a heavy-duty accessory without fear of shearing a single key location type post. The stroke range for our big block Magnums runs from 3,750 all the way up to 5,300.
Also not with us today, we do offer an LS1 crankshaft for the LSX family. They are available in the XL version or in the Magnum or in our Dragon Slayer line. The stroke range on a LS crankshaft, we can make a LS crank from a 3-inch all the way up to 4,600 stroke. They are available with the 24X or the 58X reluctor, and they are balanced specifically to your bob weight for immediate installation.
Unique points about our crankshafts, regardless of the family, whether it's a Magnum or a Magnum XL, big block, small block, every one of our crankshafts are serialized. 100% of the crankshafts in our operation receive a unique serial number identifier with the very first operation of our process. What that allows us to do is maintain 100% accountability of all of the processes involved with the manufacture of that crank. Later in its life, it allows you, the end user, or someone who may have bought a used crank to give us a call if there's any uncertainty regarding the material, regarding the counterweight height, regarding main sizes, rod sizes. stroke. All of that is maintained on a permanent record at our facility for easy recall. Give us a call, give us the serial number, and we can tell you the entire history of that crank up till the point that it left us, including the bob weight that it may have been balanced to prior to leaving our shop. As Brooke mentioned, every one of our crankshafts require a chamfered race type bearing. We machine all of these cranks with a 125, 135 type size fillet radius in all of the journals, so to use the proper bearings is an absolute important characteristics that you cannot overlook. All of our crankshafts are designed, machined, packed, and shipped from our facility in Fostoria, Ohio, just south of Toledo. And one of the things that Callies would like to do is, if you were ever in that area, give us a call. We'd like to invite you to stop in and see our operation, get to know us, and see what it is that we go through to produce these parts. Thank you.